Another call for limits on street prostitution. Some Manukau City residents say they are furious that after years of complaints, nothing has been done about streetwalkers at Hunters Corner. Locals claim schoolboys are approached on their way home, families returning from the supermarket are accosted, and they say this is obviously unacceptable. But the council says its hands are tied. Well, joining me now is Councillor Dick Quacks. Dick, pleasure to have you on the show.
Good morning.
How big a problem is this? I mean, is it a crepuscular issue or does it also happen during the day?
Yeah, it does happen at twilight. In fact, I had an incident the other day reported to me where a family leaving a supermarket when they stopped at the traffic lights had their windows banged on by some street workers demanding that they talk to them, obviously to try and sell their product. And so, you know, it does happen at all hours of the day and night.
The prostitutes do have a right to operate. I mean, theirs is a business too, and currently it's legal. Is this a case of some local businesses getting a little bit NIMBY, you know, they're not in my backyard?
No, it's not. It's been going on for many, many years. And the problem was, I think that this whole issue was overlooked when the Prostitution Reform Act was passed. And the Prostitution Reform Act, don't forget, was primarily to improve the safety of sex workers. And I can think of nothing that's less safe than to get in a car with a stranger or go round the back of some bushes with a stranger at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And so, look, it doesn't enhance the safety of sex workers by having them out in the street. And I think that was overlooked by the parliamentarians. And in fact, I've had a couple of the parliamentarians tell me that this was an issue that wasn't given much thought when they passed the reform.
This isn't so much about prostitution and prostitutes. This is about being allowed to do it on the street.
I think that, to be fair, that there's no one at the Manukau City Council who's drawing a moral line on this issue. But what they've said, look, enough is enough. Our community's had enough of the litter, the drugs, the bad behaviour, the assaults, the brazen and aggressive attitude of the street workers, up to 9 working on some street corners at any one time, and it's just enough for those people out there. And as a councillor, I'm saying, hey, you know, we've got to take care of our community, and this is one way we can take care of them, by getting these people off the streets into a safer environment.
But you are a councillor. Shouldn't this be a council issue? I mean, it's just Hunters Corner. Why are you taking this to a government level?
Well, because we can't pass a bylaw for this. A bylaw, any bylaw that we pass would actually be repugnant to the PRA, and we can't do it. So we're asking the government to pass an amendment to the PRA so that street prostitution becomes illegal.
You said you've spoken to a couple of members of Parliament. Obviously, the government has changed. It was Labour, now it's National. Do you think you're going to get traction on this?
Well, I believe we can, because when we attempted to pass our local bill, the Control of Street Prostitution local bill, what we said then, what the Select Committee Minority Report from the National Party said at the time, look, we believe that local councils should have the right to control prostitution, street prostitution, within their jurisdiction. So that was a signal to us that the National Party has somewhat of a different view to the Labour Party. So we're hopeful that the government will assist us by passing this amendment.
Isn't this all going to become a bit of a moot issue soon, because Manukau Council is about to disappear?
Well, look, I think that we continue to work right up until the time that happens. And look, there will be street prostitution, and that will be something that the Auckland Council will have to deal with. And deal with it they will have to do, because that problem will not go away just because we have a new council. So the new council will have to deal with it. I'm happy to deal with it now.